Welcome back into 950 KJR. Sue Bird with us here to tell us about the upcoming series. First of all, Sue, congratulations. You guys made it through the first round for the first time since the championship season, which is just hard to believe, but it's true. Was that something that bugged you at all? Was it weighing on you at all to try to get past the first round?
Yes and no. I think obviously as a competitor, it was not fun the last couple of years, getting knocked out so early in the playoffs. But it wasn't something that I thought of as a curse or, trying to get the monkey off our back, because each year is different.
Yeah.
You can't really compare, each year. So with that though, I'm glad we got out of the first round. It feels good.
See, I was going to say, with Lauren being hurt the last 2 years, you're a different team. You can't really look at that. I'm sure the Houston series a few years ago was one that, but they're all different circumstances. When you saw that LA was the team that you would face in the first round, and they're a team that has knocked you out, and that you guys have had some epic playoff battles, tell me about just what you thought when you saw LA in the first round.
I don't know. I think some people on our team, kind of, held a grudge a little bit in terms of them being the team to knock us out. Gosh, what was it? 3 of the 5 years that we've gotten knocked out. But like I said, for me, each year has been different. This LA team, aside from a couple players, are completely different from what they were in previous years. So it's really hard. It's different matchups. It's hard to kind of look at it that way, but once again, with that being said, I didn't mind that it was LA. I didn't mind that was the team we beat. So it is what it is.
I'm sure you didn't mind it, and I'm sure the fans loved it. Tell me about the atmosphere for you guys. Obviously, it's a 3-game series, and you guys took care of business in 2, so there was just 1 game at home. But I heard it was absolutely rocking.
It was great. They opened up the upper bowl. We had a great crowd, loud as usual. They help us. Our crowd really gets us going. And, it was, even though I think we won game 1 by 13, and we we did. We had the lead virtually the entire game. It got close at times, and we definitely needed their support, so it was good to be home for that first one.
It's interesting, Sue. You've been here long enough that you were here when the Sonics played, and you saw them go away, and I'm sure there was a significant concern on your part that this franchise would be moved along with the Sonics, and they're here, and you've got this great home crowd, and it's the only professional basketball in the Seattle area, and you guys were 17-0 at home in front of that home crowd, and they rally around winners, and you guys are certainly winners and have been on the court. I know I've been around in the other arenas and see the support you guys have received from the fans both before and after the Sonic departure. Tell me from your perspective how the Storm. I know everybody says our fans are the greatest, but but it is seriously the truth in WNBA. But from your perspective, how much of a difference is it?
It's a huge difference, and the thing is, it's. You can look at numbers. You could look at the amount of people that come to games, and you can easily compare that. And then you'll have one team averaging more than the next and so on. But when you just think about, people quoted, you have women from other teams quoted as saying they don't like playing in Key Arena. It's the toughest place to play in the WNBA. The crowd is too intense and they're into it. It doesn't matter how many people you have. It's what they're bringing. And that's really the difference, I think, in Key Arena, in Storm fans. It's just the intensity level that they bring. They are into it from the moment the ball is tipped until the very end.
Do you feel any extra sort of juice from the fans since the Sonic departure? Did people address that with you at all? I know it's kind of related to you, and you have new ownership and certainly some other things, but did it affect you much at all?
Not really. It's like I don't know the numbers exactly, but I just like you said, I was here when the Sonics were here, and I feel like we have the same amount of fan support. If more people, who just want to go to basketball games, enjoy basketball, who were Sonics fans and obviously can't get that now, come to our games, great. But for the most part, I don't really notice a difference. Maybe it's because our seasons were different. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's not like the Sonics were around. It's not like they were playing games at the same time as us. I'm not sure, but completely honest, I haven't noticed a big difference.
Tell me about your ownership group. There was a great article in the paper the other day about the 4 women who bought this team and secured it here for the Seattle market. And they sound like, and I've had a chance to meet with them, and they seem like great ladies. From your perspective, you've played you've played around the world, and you've had great owners in different parts of the world. Tell me about these 4 and what they've brought to the organization.
They've been amazing. I mean, first of all, for people who are fans of the Storm to step up and want to purchase the team, to see, what was in this franchise and how great it was for the community, and to want to be a part of that, that takes I can't use the word on the radio, right? That's just, it takes a lot to be able to do that, and for them to step up and do that, not to make money, but, because they knew how great the Storm was and how great we were for a community and as a franchise. You got to give them kudos for that. But once again, you look at something, just like I was saying earlier about when people talk about the Storm, what they say, and something other owners talk about throughout the league is wanting to come to Seattle and talk to our owners and see how, our business model is and what they're doing here, because obviously it's successful. Mm-hmm. And they really, the best thing about our owners is they're at all of our games, and they're in our locker room most times after, in home games. And all they do is they just want us to go out there, play hard, obviously, have fun, hopefully win. And they literally just provide us with whatever it is we need to do those 3 things.
Yeah.
And that makes it easier for us to do our jobs. It's
pretty amazing that, just like you said, from your perspective, either the franchise was going to be lost or somebody in the community had to step up, and maybe at the time they weren't going to make money. And the sad part about it is that nobody from the Seattle community stepped up from the Sonics side. That's why I give so much admiration and kudos to the 4 women that stepped up and kept Storm basketball here in Seattle. And now that, now you guys are on this championship run, and everybody's having fun and enjoying it in the community. Tell me, Sue, and Sue Bird is with us here on 950 KJR.